Hi everybody, this is Atomic Car Review with our next car review. If you are looking for a reliable and a good handling car, probably this is Honda.
If you need to bring compost to your garden or you decide to go to picnic with your kids, Honda Ridgeline is your choice. On front of us, one of the most expensive version, RTL-E, which is priced around $40,000. Most expensive version, it's a black edition, and price for black edition usually around $43,000. But to be honest, it's absolutely the same version, just with some black stuff on the car. The main idea to build Honda Ridgeline was not to build truck which can bring your yacht to the ocean. The main idea of Honda build a truck which can steal customer from other truck company. Definitely second generation, as my opinion, ask about bigger wheels and bigger size of the tires. Even with the timing, all designed with timing belt, compared to Toyota which use a timing chain, I think Honda is much easier to maintain. To understand why I have this opinion, better watch our review about Honda Pilot or Acura MDX. And on this model it's even more easier because they remove power steering, which means that you have much easier access to timing belt, and the timing belt, it's right now it's not so expensive to replace it. For example, if you compare price for water pump, which is very usual problem for Toyota Highlander, for example, before 100,000 miles, which make Toyota Highlander even more expensive car to maintain compared to Acura MDX or Honda Ridgeline. Even if you are not professional mechanic, it's very easy to replace some easy stuff as a air filter on new generation of Hondas. They don't have anymore these stupid screws which usually get rusty on a previous generation, and it's unreal to unscrew it. Couple months ago, one of my brother, who is professional hunter in Ukraine, asked me about two things. First thing, he asked me about some nice pickup truck from United States. And another thing, he asked me about nice decoy to call geese or ducks. And you know, when I start to drive this car, I found out you don't need both of this stuff. You need just one, Honda Ridgeline. Why? Because you have this audio in your bed trunk, and you can choose whatever you want and download it on your phone or YouTube and play, for example. Honda already put very hard plastic in the trunk, and what it means? It means that you save a lot of money, because no matter what you bought, what kind of truck, you're supposed to do this at some body shop. My opinion, the trunk bed in previous generation of Honda Ridgeline more convenient and better design. On the previous generation you have like kind of angles, the same like on the Chevrolet Avalanche, and this means that you can put much higher stuff. For example, I can't imagine how you can put even regular cooler over here. The thing which bothers me every time when I enter to the car, it's armrest. I really hate it. I really hate this Honda's design. Somebody said that they love it, but I hate it. Why? Because each time, for example, if you need to buckle your seat belt, you're supposed to put it up. Then you cannot move right away down. You're supposed to move it up and then adjust to angle which you like. It's a really stupid idea. I wish to have this over here, just regular armrest with a regular box for storage your stuff. Another thing which I think is totally bummer with this car, it's the amount of cup holder inside. For example, we just get in this car a couple minutes ago with couple of bottle of water and couple cups from Panera Bread, and what you can find here, just two cup holders, and you cannot even put, for example, your water somewhere because you don't have any storage for water indoors. The same problem was with 2016 Honda Pilot, which we recently reviewed. And what we're supposed to do, I'm supposed to put my lemonade over here in your armrest, which is again like not the best place for this, right? As you can see, the door has a lot of storage, but absolutely nothing for bottle. Very rare features for trucks, it's a power back window. You can open like this, and dog can watch outside, or you can put something very long which can fit even inside the interior. The mirror to watch your kids on the back seat. I don't have this even in my Dodge Durango in family SUV, but they have this in regular pickup truck.
What I love about Honda Ridgeline, it's the dashboard design, very cool. really nice digits on the dashboard, convenient and easy. What I do not like is the dashboard volume control. I occasionally miss the buttons. The volume doesn't go up and down when I need it to, and I have to switch the volume on my steering wheel.
I cannot tell you that you have like plenty of room on the back seat. For example, if I'm sitting behind myself, my height is 5'6", and it's good enough. It's definitely not, I don't know, like Toyota Corolla. It's a pretty good amount of space, but not a huge. But in the same time, my kids love this car. Why? Because you sit much higher compared to front seat, and they can watch everything through the window. Plus, back seat has one of the widest armrests which I ever saw, with a cup holder. And again, on the back seat, I don't know why they put cup holders in the door, but I don't know why they think that on the front seat you don't need it. Honda Ridgeline, the same good car as all last Hondas if you're talking about noise level inside the interior. Right now we are driving at our usual 65 miles per hour, and let's check the noise level inside the interior. It's the same 65, 66 decibel as on Acura MDX. I think the biggest point from where you can hear the noise is front tires, and probably it's the reason because Honda didn't put this soft kind of mud shield under the front fender. I believe if they're gonna like switch tire brand, for right now this car equipped with Firestone, or put soft mud shield, the noise level could be even less. Interior of Honda Ridgeline looks very modern, especially because of this black close bezel on the dashboard, but in the same time, if you're not gonna care about this bezel very well, they're gonna look very, very bad, because of a lot of fingerprint and a lot of dust, which looks very, very bad if you're not gonna wipe it. Let's check what's good, what's bad under the knees of 2019 Honda Ridgeline. First of all, transmission. It's a good part and a bad part. Good part because it's an old, reliable 6-speed automatic transmission. Bad part because it's 6-speed. Yes, it's not a modern, and yes, it's not the best fuel economy. But again, as if you ever do any research for Honda Ridgeline, you know that Honda Ridgeline is the most fuel efficient pickup truck on the market. If you ever watch our review, I told you that Honda right now reduced quality probably of rubber seal on the engine. Even this Honda has oil leak, probably its main oil seal on back of the engine. Yes, it's I would say not even leak, it's some foggy area, but again, it's bad to see on brand new car, even stuff like this. A lot of car reviewer and magazine reporters told that Honda Ridgeline doesn't have like good brakes. I would say for me they're okay, they're very reliable and very, I would say, sensitive, but maybe not enough of power. And of course you can see this over here, because this car has 18-inch rims with 245/60/18 tires, and as you can see, probably this brakes could fit even 17-inch rims, which let you understand that this car have like very, very big brakes. Even on this model, which is most expensive Ridgeline, you still see that they use plastic mud shield under the fender, and which is okay, but which is increase your noise level. But if you follow our reviews, you definitely see that all Hondas right now significantly reduce noise level, and particularly this model very, very quiet. Honda still have place to improve his anti-rust protection. As you can see, they still have something, but not as much on the German car. But again, it's much, much better compared to Korean or most American cars. Another good and bad thing, it's all depends where you live in and for what you're gonna use this car. It's a ground clearance. It's 728-inch, and good because it's pretty low for this kind of car, and which is increase your handling. But in the same time, if you're gonna use this car, for example, somewhere in the rocky area, I don't know, maybe somewhere in Colorado, you definitely could destroy your fuel tank, especially, or exhaust system. But if you take a look, you see this like a nice reinforcement bar in front of the fuel tank. Probably they know that could happen. Rear suspension also, for somebody it's a bad thing, for somebody it's a good thing. First of all, why it's a good thing? Because it's totally independent suspension.
I think it's only one truck right now on the market with fully independent suspension. Another thing is rear stabilizer. It's the same stabilizer bar as on Acura MDX. It's 27 millimeter wide, which is more than 1 inch wide. Guys, it's incredible size. It's really wide stabilizer bar, which is allow you to hold this car on the road very well. Honda Ridgeline is something like all-inclusive hotel. You see, you even have tow hitch with all wiring. You don't have to care about anything. Everything included. And this is your very famous trunk with a drain plug. Even if you make them dirty, you can drain all dirty stuff directly on the floor.
This car equipped with blind spot monitor, but Honda, even with this kind of technology, still put big mirrors, and my very big thank you, because it's much easier to control cars and other objects around you. One of the best things about Honda Ridgeline is that you don't feel that you drive a real truck. You're driving just regular SUV, I would say even good SUV, as a Honda Pilot or Toyota Highlander, nice and soft and family friendly. I know that Honda tried to make a very fuel efficient car and they care about your gas mileage, but guys, if you're gonna use this eco mode, cars really, I would say, bother you, because it's so slow that you feel that you drive, I know, something like smart car or Mitsubishi Mirage. It's something very low powerful car. If you like this video, please subscribe and see you in our next review.